Okay, well, I fiddled around with it some more. I still got the same pin on there, but I figured out I got the wiring for the hot end fan figured out so that it's working, and switched over. I got the wiring rerouted for the heater block. Figured out why I had it mounted upside down before is because I had installed the thermistor and the heater in the wrong side of the block. So I heated them up, pulled them out, turned them around. Well, that has to go on that way. This is so weird. I just don't get how this is supposed to have that nut in there. I guess that just goes in there and locks it in place. So right now we're getting ready. I got the back on. I've got everything put back together. I don't think I have that many extra screws. I do have an extra screw for the filament sensor because that doesn't work. Yeah, that's the top. Okay. So this little guy goes in right here. And that's about as far as he can go. I guess that this goes all the way out here. And this little nut locks that in place. Unless there's supposed to be two nuts on there, but I don't have two nuts. I just have one nut. So I believe that is the way that it goes. Oops. Maybe smaller pliers. Hello there.
Are you on vlogging or whatever?
Yeah, we're streaming.
All right, never mind.
Okay. So all right. That should keep everybody happy right there. This guy can tuck up next to there. I don't know. Oh, I haven't got this motor tight yet, so. So that's the only thing I don't know about is that thermistor, that plug. But let's route the filament sensor wire down into here. Get them into the bundle. Get in there. Get in there. So everybody needs to be kind of up in there. I've got some more official Prusa zip ties. This one I'm just going to go lightly around here to kind of keep everybody corralled. Okay, and then we'll get our wrap. Where did our wrap go? Right there. And we'll get a couple turns on this. Then we'll find out if I put everything in the right spot. So that nothing's going to get tangled. All right, I think it's like 3 or 4 turns for this before we bring the other ones into this. We'll push that guy down over there. Something like that. Okay. Guess you guys can see that all right. I think we'll just go this way. I think that has to be, these have to be up. Yeah. From what I remember. Okay. I got the instruction manual up here on a different tab, so we'll see. Oh, wiring. Yeah, I didn't get that. Okay. Okay, so there's zip tying the hot end and the thermistor together. Oh, so they have the little nut all the way in. Okay, well, we can do that. Get this off of there. Okay. So let's put one around that. Get those bundled together. And I don't think I want it around that bolt. Nah. I think I want to just hook that little connector in the silicone part of the heater cable. Get them kind of tied together there. So they can be tucked up. There we go. Yeah, I may have gone one too many. I think that right there is where we're going to start everybody in the bundle. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get a couple more zip ties on the main sleeve. And I don't know if it makes a difference if they go opposite directions or not. I think as long as we're keeping them out of the way, off of the sides. Let's see here. One more. Back to here. All right. So I got the Pinda, at least it was working. Yeah, so it's reading. At least for a while, I will order a replacement just in case that wire decides to give out. At least we'll get the printer back up and running. Now here, do I want to tie that up a little bit? Yeah, probably. I won't go quite so tight on this one. But that'll keep everybody up there in the out of the way. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, and then let's see about this bundle of wires. And I do probably want to shorten a couple of them, but we'll wait till we get a little further along here. Let's see how much slack we have, yeah, I can tell that heater wire is way too long. That's just too much junk to have in the box. Okay. Yeah, I guess, I mean, we got that much extra. There is a zip tie hole right there. All right, let's see about spreading that out a bit. I'd like to get it the strain reliefy bits through the opening. Well, I guess it helps if you have all the wires through the opening first. Okay. Another zip tie. This one's going to be tricky to get in here, I think. Goes through there. Ideally, that should come. Maybe I can do it that way. Try and be sexy about it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if we can do this. Get that. Then the zip tie is hidden inside the nub. Okay. Okay. Let's get that a little tighter. Okay. There's that. Oh boy. Okay, now this one also needs to be zip tied down, but I don't know if I can be sexy about that one. You probably can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, let's see. We go. This is the way I went before. Through there. Back in through there. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Give me a little more tail here to work with. All right. There we go. Okay, that's on. That's on. Well, maybe that's not too much wire, I guess. Get that all folded up. It fits in there. Really, really, really long screw for this side. Or for this side. Okay, and we should be able to tighten that motor up. Okay. Yeah. Looks like that. Let's tighten that up. Turn that off. And I'll try and not jerk the camera off the desk. I can turn this around. Okay. So, yeah. Put the screws back in this thing. It's pretty tight. Tight enough. Now, the only other thing is, if I screwed up and put the Noctua fan on the wrong way, or got something else screwed up. Okay. That. What have I got left over? I got a. Where's that little top piece? There it is. So we got a little doohickey plug that goes in there. And this little guy. Oof. Okay, and two more screws for here, and then a fan duct. So I only have one screw. Let's see, I have a screw left over from the filament sensor. And I have an extra screw. Did I get my screw? Yeah, I got the screw in there. Well, I don't know where I'm missing a screw, but obviously I've got one screw left over. And I know you guys know that I have a few screws loose. So I don't even know if my wiring for my filament sensor works anymore. I know I broke it on my Mark III because this spool holder, when you are printing at full height, this filament sensor wire plug runs into that, and that's how I broke my filament sensor wiring on my Mark III, is because that's too close. If that's snapped on all the way, where it sticks out here, it hits the the sensor. So I'm not a huge fan. Maybe this is supposed to be all the way over here, but I think it would still hit. Yep. So I don't know where it's supposed to be, but whatever. It doesn't quite work. Okay. So we get the fan duct on. Oh, Michael. Hello. Hello again. Welcome back. Nothing else on TV, I imagine. Just kidding. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing as I aimed it up. Okay. So I resin printed my fan duct this time. Oop. Don't get it too tight. Snug that up. Snug that up. Okay, retentioned. Retentioned. Got all the screws except for I got two left over. One's for the filament sensor. And I don't know where the other one came from. So now we're ready to set. Well, let's do a self-test. First of all, let's get it kind of somewhat calibrated. Let's see if it passes the self-test first. Okay. Just a second here. I'll get you so you can see the. Well, maybe you can see the display. I don't know. I'll turn it a little more. Turn it and maybe lower it down. And right up there. Okay. Well, you can kind of see the display. Don't know if you can read it. Yeah, I do too. TV news is pretty depressing lately. All right, let's see about, will this do a self-test? Calibration. Oop, self-test was right there. Oop. All right, make sure it's not going to run the Z into anything. It's pretty clear. Okay. And of course, put it all back together and the front fan's not spinning. So either I knocked a wire loose. All right, let's see about, and my, let's go home. Make sure we're not going to hit anything back there. Okay. Oh, I haven't set the pin to height. That might be a problem. We'll stop it there. Checking for the bed to heat. Which I can tell it's getting warm, so. Hey, Dan. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm fiddling with it again. I only have a little hard wooden stool that I'm sitting on, so an hour of sitting here it's it's about all I can do at a time. I do have a little cushion on it. Oh, it's doing the hot end. Okay. Now, I didn't watch to see if the fan was going or even if it was going the right way. It's going and it's moving the right way. Yay. So, only thing is that the part cooling fan is not working. All correct. Yay. All right. No. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now, we need to lower this. Let's go settings, axis, move Z. Okay. Now that should be a zip tie away from the bed for the Pinda, which it's a little more than that. And Vince is back too. Okay, sorry, you're gonna get my big fat head in your way here. Come on. Come on. Well, I fiddled with the wiring and got the Pinda working pretty well. So, I mean, it was intermittent before. That thing. Let's see here. Maybe I got this snugged a little too much. Screw out. Okay. And so now at least it's not intermittent. This regular flat 28 screwdriver. Yes. All right. Let's see. Sorry if I'm knocking you guys around. This is hard to, oh, that's too much. Okay, well, it's easier to pull it back up than it is to push it down. All right. Oh, come on. Why you gotta do me like that? Oh. All right, sorry, you can't see it here, so let me get my head in your way. That's one thread's too high and one thread's too low, so well, at least it's too low, and we can deal with that. I'd rather have it a little too low than a little too high, because I'd rather not have my nozzle crashing into the bed. Okay. Yeah, I will check the wiring in the box for the cooling fan. Fortunately, I'm pretty much using this printer to print PETG, so I don't really need the cooling fan right now, and I can fix it later. So I just want to get it back up and running. Alrighty. Oh, you were here since I started back up. Well, thank you. All right, now let's do a Z calibration. Square up the carriage. Yeah, I thought you looked a little crooked to me. Okay, I went a little hog wild on the crankies. But yeah, now it's all the way up there. Okay. Oop. Yes, they're all the way up. Clean the nozzle. It's clean. We haven't done a hot tighten, but that's okay. We'll do that before we do a Z offset print. At least the Pinda should be working. Hee hee. Oh, check failed. Why are you failing? All right, let's go to support sensor info. Well, the Pinda's registering. What would make it fail if the Pinda's working? Think it's still too high? Well, I don't know. It's okay, so the Pinda's working. Let me do another. Now to calibrate XYZ. All right, we'll try this again. Okay. Yep, it's all up. Height of calibration. Well, let's see what. Do I have to remove the oh, let me reset it. I may have to run an XYZ calibration again. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Settings. Move axis. Nope, that's not what I want. Nope, calibration. Let's do an auto home. Okay, It knows it's home. Well, I'm going to do a calibrate XYZ. All right. And I think I have to take the bed off for this. Yes, they're all up. Is the heat bed? No, it's not on. Place a sheet of paper under the nozzle during calibration. First 4 points. Okay. Do I have a sheet of paper? No, probably not. Well, let's see what happens. If it hits anything, we're powering off right away. All right. Calibration failed. How can it auto home and have the calibration fail? And when I go to sensor info and look at the PINDA, PINDA is where, so I'll show you. So if I do the PINDA, you can see that but it's not detecting the bed. Of course, maybe we're not at 0, are we? Oh, well, I need to move it down further. Let's see if you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but let's move it down. It says we're at 6 millimeters, and that ain't 6 millimeters. So let me put this back on. I got a dink. Got a couple blemishes in my PEI here. Maybe I was using the other side. So I've got a double-sided steel sheet. Okay. So let's go. Maybe it's because I didn't have it Z. Maybe it's because I didn't have the Z set right. 4. Whoops. Okay. Okay, that is nozzles just almost touching the bed, and yeah, I mean the pin is right on the deck. Well, we'll lower it some more. I mean, the light is off. So that means it's detecting, right? Yeah, it's got a 1. Hmm. That should be right. So unless it's still intermittent, because it's moving the cable, whatever. I could stand to tighten that up a little bit more. I'll have to pull it back apart. That sucks. Okay, I'm going to move it up 1 millimeter. So that thinks it's at 6 millimeters, but obviously it's not. Why does it think that? And now so 1 millimeter from going from there to up 1 millimeter. Pin to now says 0, but that's also not. It's also not respond. No, it's responding. I'm not responding to an Allen wrench on the side. It only sees it if I get underneath of it, which is good. All right. Okay, that's auto home. Nozzle is not hitting the bed. And it says Z is 0.15 above, which, you know, yeah, it's kind of there. It's less than the tip of a zip tie. I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's see what's on the SD card that I can do. I have to go slice something. I think, maybe. Oh, we could do the Seahawks. All right. Let me go get some PLA and We're gonna try a test print. What the heck? We'll do a Z height kind of offset thing. All right. Let us move. First, let's preheat PLA, and let's move Z. Up a ways. Let's clip the end of this. So we just got some 3D Solitech filament. And let's go back. And oh. I got to turn off the okay, filament sensor is off. And we're preheating. All right, is the light on the sensor when it's close to the bed? No, the light's on right now, and when it goes down to the bed, the light shuts off. Press the knob to load the filament. This is why I'm going to do a test print so I can watch the Pinda. No, we're not extruding anything yet. No, we still are not quite orange enough for me. One more time. Yes, okay, let's let me move this up. Move X. And while I'm thinking about it, let's tighten up that stinking nozzle. Oh, before I get too carried away. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. So, get that off of there. Had my grubby hands all over that the print bed, so we'll see if it'll stick. Okay. What do we got? We got a tree frog. Let's do the tree frog. What the heck? Probably going to fail. Okay. I'm watching the light. Light's flickering, so it's obviously it's working. I don't know why the Z calibration thing is not working. Okay. Getting ready to do a live Z adjust. That's way too low. What are we doing? Well, that looks decent. I'll get you guys down in where you can kind of see. My camera won't fall over. Oh yeah, two skirts around, because that's important. And it is a Mark 2.5, can you tell? Oh, 3? What? Okay. How many skirts do we need around this thing? Okay, so fan worked once, but not working again. Yeah. It's flipper under the seat. Yeah, all you guys with your really, really quiet. Well, I have a quiet one too. pieces of metal stuck to the magnet on the extruder motor. So I don't get why it fails on the Z calibration. That just, obviously it worked picking up the bed. Maybe there's something else going on in there. I don't know. Because it's obviously printing. And I have to say, this is, you know, as old as it is and worn out. I mean, the rods, there's still no wear on the rods. They look in real good shape. You know, I mean, this thing's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, even since the upgrade. And yeah, it's working really good. But so the PET, this lump of PETG that I had, that blob that tore the thing apart, when I came out here, the magnetic bed was off. It was laying on the floor. There was spaghetti everywhere, and this was wrapped around the hot end. Yeah. Super nice. And you guys are probably getting a little more sound because it's probably picking it up through the camera stand. And yes, I do have Z-Hop on. I print everything with Z-Hop just because I find it works a little better. I don't have any layer skip issues when the cooling's not quite right and the printer runs into the part. You can see a little bit of curling on the back of those legs. We may, or the backs of the front feet. So we may run into problems when the legs get a little taller, because that's quite the overhang. Yes, I think we just finished the last toe. Maybe not. It should be really close to the last bit, a little bit of the toe. Should just be leg. And look at how much of those. Oh, they're not curling too bad. Looks worse than it actually is. It's from above. Yeah, his little under chin, his underbelly is probably going to be a little bit rough. All right. I haven't seen any globs of PETG melting out of anywhere, so we got it pretty clean. Still an ugly heater block. Okay, yeah, now that now the warp is getting pretty pronounced on the front legs. We'll be lucky if they don't get knocked loose. But I'm going to let it finish, and then we'll open that case back up and make sure I didn't pull a wire loose. Just jamming everything in there. And see why the part cooling fan's not working. Okay. Yeah, that underbelly area is looking pretty raggedy, kind of globby and weird. So have any of you guys tried the beta version of Prusa Slicer with the ironing and whatever other weirdo features that they've added? I went on GitHub and downloaded 2.2, but it doesn't have the new features in it. I didn't want to try the beta thing. Oh, that's what I was saying. Bag of zip ties. You don't have a Prusa? What do you got, Michael? An Ender 3? Be the second choice, isn't it? Ender 3 Pros, but everybody probably has that. Okay, well, I figured. I don't know. I guess I've spoiled because I bought the Prusa first, well, second, and an M3D Micro, which is horrible, but it printed. And then got this one, and got a couple other ones. Rostock V2. Cool. Yeah, bought a Zone Star and bought a Dim Lab, and both of those are rollers. And the rollers work fine for the X carriage, and the Z carriage, but moving the bed back, having the rollers for the bed, and having them so close together, you know, I just am not impressed. They all suffer from irregularities. The Adim Lab rollers on the Z gives it just ever so slight a little wobble back and forth. One of the wheels must have a divot or something on it. It's not super bad, but it's not anywhere near as good as the prints I get off of this one. And then the Zone Star kind of has the same deal, but if I get this guy working right, I want to order some pieces and I'm going to tear apart the Adim Lab and make a 300 by 500 hypercube style Core XY printer. Because the Dim Lab, I've already ditched their extruder setup. It was one of them cheap Hop Gear Mark 8s or whatever. Put a Bondtech on it, and the Zone Star came with a mixing hot end, and I've replaced that with a E3D Hemera, and it prints really good now. The speed, you can't get it as fast as this one, but it's pretty good. The Dim Lab, I had to add a bunch of parts to it to get it to work right, and then stiffen the frame up. They use 20 by 20 extrusions, and it's a 300 by 300 by 400, and they're just too flimsy. There's not enough rigidity in the Z gantry, especially if you mount a spool holder on top of it, and the extruder is all cantilevered out in front of an extrusion on wheels, and so any force pulling the filament down into the extruder causes it to deflect a little bit. So I've been thinking about designing some more parts for it and adding a reverse Bowden tube, but if I'm going to convert it over to a Core XY machine, there's really no reason to, because then it'll have a rigid frame and be riding on rods. Be a lot stiffer. And ultimate speed is not really that, print quality, important, reliability, important. Top speed, as long as I can depend on it to complete the print, I really don't care how long it takes. Well, the legs are still hanging, the front legs are still hanging in there. Do you guys need to be lower so you can see what? I'll make it lower. Get you right down in there. Remove my pliers and my screwdrivers. I can get you really close. Now if I could just get it to focus. Okay. Or was it better before? Maybe that's a little too close. It always wants to focus on stuff back in the back. I know what the problem is. Why it won't focus on anything. It's because I don't have this guy up. Hang on. Bear with me. I'll be right there. Okay. This is the solution. I forgot. Where do I put this? There. Yeah, see, it likes the face. You put a face in the camera view. Focus is right there. Still can't see. Okay. There we go. Okay, almost done with the back legs. Wait a minute. As soon as it says it's going to take 4 hours to print, that's not right. It is a 0.150 layer height, though. Let's see what we can do about speeding it up. That's 160%. That's 192%. I'll go for 200. What the heck? Layer shifts. Full speed ahead. Hey, the bridge. Bridge the front legs together. Sweet. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'll put these spare parts in my Prusa box. Little drawer away. I'd say that printer's kind of fixed. I'm going to order a new part cooling fan. But at least it's up and printing again temporarily. Wish I knew why the Z calibration does not work. It still doesn't work after I get a new Pinda. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Think it's something on the board that's going haywire. Well, you chat guys aren't very chatty. I'm just watching my frog print. Well, you're working. You're lurking while you're at work. Not. You're working while you're at lurk. Something like that. Well, that's okay. We got Thursday off. Because normally we work 4/10s and get our holiday on Saturdays, but there's just a couple guys going in yesterday. Well, it's not perfect because of no part cooling fan, but still a decent little frog. I wonder what version of Slicer, Slip 3R, I sliced this frog with, because it says that it's going to take 4 hours and 30 minutes to print it in the file name. But obviously it didn't take that long. It's what? It's taken a half hour, 49 minutes, something like that. For an idiot, so I don't get there. Yeah, don't we all? Don't tell me you work for yourself, Michael. So what kind of job do you have, Michael? That you work stupid long hours and little pay. We're 72% done. Excuse me. Hey, hey, John. I'm doing good. Still working. Still alive. Though some mornings I don't feel like it. How are you doing? I just got my Prusa kind of working, except for the part cooling fan. It went through the self-test, and it tested okay. And the pinda's kind of intermittent because it won't do a calibration. Yet it won't let me do a Z calibration. It fails every time, but it probed the bed and started this print and is working fine. So I have no idea what's going on with it. It's weird. Oh, making signs, yeah. Cool. Used to work in a print shop and we had a trophy and sign place next door. It was pretty cool. We had engravers, vinyl cutter. Used to do some silk screen stuff. You had a problem with the one corner of your bed for your mk2. Wouldn't probe the back. You had to use a piece of metal to fake it out. Huh. But then it started working again. That's great. And that's why I wonder if it's not the probe, if it's maybe the board. Maybe something on maybe it got static shock or lightning or something kind of. It's not quite dead yet, but it's just kind of intermittent. Well, anyway, I got it all put back together and only had 2 screws left over, and I know where one of them goes, but I don't know where the other one came from. What else did I take apart? Nothing. Hey, we get to 90%. I'm printing at 200% speed right now. When it gets to 90, I'm going to slow it back down to 100%. Oh yeah, there's some. Yeah. Well, this is one of them weird African frogs that has the warts all over the belly. Yeah. I'm thinking it's wiring, though. Yeah. Never let the machines win. Yeah. Well, that's it. I know the wiring on this Pinda is intermittent because when I was sitting here watching the diagnostics, the sensor info, and I could wiggle the wires and see that it would drop in and out. And I ordered a new Pinda, but I ordered a Pinda 1, forgetting that this is upgraded to a Mark II S, and so it has a Pinda 2. So. And come to think of it, the part cooling fan has been intermittent because I noticed it was sometimes it would work and then other times it wouldn't, and I thought I just had wrong slicer settings in my slicer because it would come on full blast for like bridges and stuff, and then it would quit working. And I thought I had screwed up a cooling setting or something. I don't know. I think one machine lost and one machine won. 82%. Well, if I get this thing fixed up and working, I may keep it. I may sell it. I don't know. If I could get some money for it, I might buy a second Mark III, and I would have spare parts and machines that would interchange with each other. Because I was going to do an extruder upgrade to the new extruder parts that I printed right here, but Prusa doesn't have the steel balls, magnets, or they got the IR sensor and they've got the cable. I wonder if the cable for the flow sensor, a filament sensor, will work for the IR sensor. I bet you it's a different one. Anyway, I got all the pieces because I was thinking I'd like the angled fan and better cooling and stuff, but since I couldn't get the magnets and the ball and whatever else I needed, I decided to just print the one piece that I broke when I took this apart and get this back up and running again. Nothing sadder than a broken 3D printer just sitting. If you can see that. You can kind of see his underside. His belly's a little fuzzy and blobby. Yeah, well, this thing's been a workhorse. I mean, maybe I get this. Oh, you talk about never let the machines win, and there he is. Howdy, Mike. Okay, we're at 88%. You like the orange? not Prusa orange. It's 3D Solutech, real orange. Okay, we're at 89%. Let's crank it down from 200% back to 100%. Oh yeah, you can definitely hear a difference. Yeah, we're getting to some eyeballs. Or continue. Yeah. Well, you know, I was going to do a Seahawks logo because that's on this SD card too. But it's a much quicker print. Yeah, fiddling with stuff on the print bed while it's printing. Yeah, I know. %. Well, at least the wires are tucked up nice. Everything seems to be okay, other than intermittent problems. Ooh, yeah. What an ugly chin. That is an ugly chin on that frog. Focus there? Yeah, always wants to focus on the background. Sorry. I suppose so. Come on, camera. Why do you not like to focus? Focus on everything except for what's in the center of the screen. That's 99%. We're almost there. Oh, well, that didn't turn out so well. I don't think we have enough top layers. Come on. Yeah. We're focusing there for a second. Jeez Louise, camera. Yeah. Not enough top layers. And for not having a part cooling fan, I guess that's okay. It printed. All right. That's the stupid skirt on there. That's yeah, he's mighty ugly. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's fresh out of surgery. It's a pretty ugly frog, but you know, wow, that's what difference part cooling makes. All right, let me spin this around and we'll take a look in the. Whew, yeah, we'll take a look at that control box and see Oh, let's see what we see in there. Maybe I did. Well, I mean, I did do a self-test, but I didn't do a self-test after. Well, it failed the self-test after I finished wiring it. All right, let's get you out of the way. Oh, my fingers are probably going to be, fingers and arms are probably going to be all up in the way here. And the wire bundle is horrendous. Yeah. Move you guys up there. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's down here underneath all of this. No, it's plugged in. That's the red and black one right there. Oh, I bumped the card out. Well, hopefully it's not that lumpy. All right, let's see here. See if I can do fan. Nothing. Okay, turn the fan all the way on. And then start wiggling the wires. Sorry. It's that one right there. Nothing. Let's see up here behind the fan. Getting rid of my smiley face. Whoops. Well, I don't know. Must have. No, it must be a break in the wire like the Pinda or something on the board that's going crazy. All right. Well, I'm going to try that Z calibration one more time. Let's cram all that stuff back in the hole so we're not catching it on something. All right. Let's go to. I can't get you guys in here to see the screen. Sorry, but let's get. Let's get the crap off the nozzle. Let's go calibrate. Okay, auto home. So that works. So now if we go calibrate Z, all right, raise that up. Set you guys back so you can kind of see. There you go. Yeah, I was streaming 2 hours ago, and I got tired and frustrated, and I wanted to use some cuss words, so I quit streaming. Okay. Click when done. Yes, they're up. Nozzle's clean. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So that's what happens. Calibration failed. Check the axes. So how can it auto home and fail on running a Z? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Auto home. And it homes. But it won't do a Z calibration. If I go to self-test, it's got to wait for it to cool off a little bit more. Extruder fan. It is not spinning, and it did before. Yeah, this is how you fix electrical problems. I'm not seeing the fan spin. At all. Nope. Never let the machines win. You know, sometimes all it needs is a good flooring. No. Okay, so yeah. So, all right. Well, I know what parts I'm ordering next. Printed solid, here I come. So, get a new fan, get the right a pin to 2, and we'll tear it all apart again, put the new parts in, and get it working right. But at least it's printing, so that's, you know, better than having that for a hot end. So I'm happy. It'll make prints. So, all right, thanks for stopping by, guys. You guys have fun. Have a happy 4th. Don't blow anything off that I wouldn't. See you a little later. All right, Mike. Bye-bye.